Even though Bridgerton officially concluded its first season less than 2 months ago, so many of us are already looking ahead to what Season 2 may have in store. Season 1 left us with more cliffhangers than we can possibly bear, and I can't wait to hear the conclusion of some of these plots later on in this year. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. We finally found out on January 21st, 2021 that Bridgerton has been successfully greenlit for a second season. Though Netflix didn't decide to announce this incredible news in the usual way, instead, they felt that it was necessary to announce it in the most astute way possible, via a letter written by the one and only Lady Whistledown. The paper was posted on social media and reads, "Dearest readers, the ton are abuzz with the latest gossip, and so it is my honor to impart to you Bridgerton shall officially return for a second season. I do hope you have stored a bottle of ratafia for this most delightful occasion. This incomparable cast of Bridgerton will return to production in the spring of 2021. This author has been reliably informed that Lord Anthony Bridgerton intends to dominate the social season. I'll have my pen ready to report on any and all of his romantic activities. However, gentle reader, before you set the comment section alight with requests for more sordid details, know that I am disinclined to report on the particulars at this time. Patience, after all, is a virtue. Yours truly, Lady Whistledown."
Unable to talk to you, unable to be alone with you, because I knew you wanted nothing to do with me.
I've got to admit, this is one of the most creative ways I've ever seen to announce that a series will be returning for a second season. You may be shocked to learn, however, that this wasn't the first announcement of Season 2. If we think way back to February of 2020, it was discovered by the detectives over at What's on Netflix that a production listing had been posted that claimed Season 2 would begin filming in July of 2020. This was super early since Season 1 didn't make it to air until the following December. As is true with so many Netflix productions, it seems like filming was pushed back as a result of the unforeseen pandemic. This delayed plans until March of 2021, so sadly, it doesn't seem like the cast has filmed a single episode of the second season just yet. This means that even if filming began in a few weeks, it would be several months before the episodes would be ready to premiere on Netflix. The problem with shows like Bridgerton is that filming takes a very long time. This isn't your ordinary Netflix show where the cast just heads to the nearest filming location, toss on some clothes, and get to it. Bridgerton is a period piece, which means it can take weeks or months to begin preparing for filming to begin. They have to make sure everything is just so that the viewers are truly taken back in time to the glory days of Europe. While this usually makes the show even more incredible, it can delay filming a lot more than it would with a normal series.
You will be very happy with your prince, Miss Bridgerton.
According to a few internal sources, the show may take a full year of filming before it is ready to enter the editing and post-production stages. This means that even though loads of news sources are claiming the show will return in 2021, it will most likely be delayed until 2022. Though this doesn't mean we've been left completely in the dark about what Season 2 will be about. After all, much like many other Netflix original series, Bridgerton is based on a series of books that were written by Julia Quinn, meaning we can get some sneak peeks at the juicy details before they make their way onto the big screen. The original Bridgerton series was made up of 8 books, each one telling the story of one of the Bridgerton siblings. To make things even easier for us, Julia decided to name each of the characters alphabetically, making the series super easy to follow. Even though the first season mostly followed the love affairs between Daphne and Simon, the second season is expected to pick up with Anthony, the oldest of the Bridgerton children, obviously because his name starts with the letter A. If Netflix follows the book series, the second season should tell the story of the Viscount who loved me, which goes into excruciating detail about Anthony and his search for love. This book follows Anthony and his fiancée, who has a disapproving older sister. The sister doesn't like their relationship and is super protective of her younger sibling. Though she may be warming up to Anthony as the season goes on. She may even warm up to him more than he'd like. There were so many hints all throughout the first season that leads us to believe that Season 2 will tell Anthony's story. In case you missed it, Bridgerton loves to make call-outs to bees. We can't reveal too much about these bees just yet, but themes revolving around these pesky yet helpful insects are scattered throughout the story. We also know that bees are Anthony's greatest fear. This is probably because the death of Edmund Bridgerton, who was barely mentioned in the show, was caused by a bee sting when he was just 38 years old. This caused the oldest two Bridgertons to develop an irrational fear of bees. We can assume that the appearances of these bees are a nod to Anthony's upcoming season. And we may learn much more about both Edmund, Anthony, and the father-son relationship between them. Aside from Anthony, many fans, myself included, have been wondering if Daphne and Simon's relationship will continue to play out in Season 2. We don't know for sure, but we hope so. If Season 1 is any indication, even though the focus of the story may be on one character, other characters will have more than enough time to shine as well. Season 1 was super fast-paced, but every character told their own story, and more characters than we can count were given a chance to hold their own in the show. Though the Duke and Daphne may have a dark road ahead,
Lord Bridgerton, do me the honor.
Of course, Lady Dynevor.
Regé-Jean Page, the actor behind the Duke, spoke with the TV Guide and gave some hints about the upcoming season. Even though they haven't begun filming yet, it seems like Page may have already taken a peek at the script and knows a thing or two about Simon and Daphne's future relationship. He said they get married very young, they still have a lot of growing to do, they have a lot to do, and I think it'll always be fun to watch them do that together. I'm not sure I believe in paradise. I know that the romance genre generally does. Part of the deal is that you get a happy ending. But as far as continuing to explore characters, I think that love is an evolving thing. It's a living, breathing thing that needs tending, that needs looking after, that needs mending when it gets worn or torn. We can safely assume that all of these amazing actors are ready to begin filming. They all seem to have had a blast throughout the first season, and Paige definitely seems ready to continue the story of Simon and Daphne. Phoebe Dynevor, who plays Daphne, spoke in an interview and said, "I love that Daphne's story ends really nicely. It's all tied up at the end. Now, I have a feeling that she's going to have to get involved with Anthony's love life since it's his turn next. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm all for the happily ever after ending." Series showrunner Chris Van Dusen chimed in and said, "I feel like the first season was primarily about Daphne and her love story with Simon. But this being a family of 8 children and there being 8 books, I would love to be able to focus and really tell stories and love stories for all the Bridgerton siblings, for each character for sure." So far, that's all we know about Season 2, but we hope the cast and crew are willing to share more details as they begin filming the second season very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos.